Hey everybody, welcome back to the What Are You Listening To podcast. Today we have a very special guest, Andros from the music group duo Block East. So yeah, he's going to be telling us a little bit about his song Dear. And yeah, welcome to the show and feel free to tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you?
This is Andros. I know Albert through an app that his friend and I made called Wonder, which is basically the Strava for projects. It's like a social platform that lets people build in public, collaborate on projects, and sort of keep each other accountable. And also I make music on the side, which is why I was really interested in this podcast. And yeah, gonna show people my personal mixtape. So that's why I'm here.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty cool app. I've just been testing it. I had to bust out the iPhone. I don't use that too often, but yeah, no, it's really cool getting feedback from other people. So I really like the just getting started, like when you start something, because sometimes you don't know where to go, but other people do know, and they'll just be like, hey, check this out. So I really love like the public aspect of it and getting people like started and excited about your project. So
thank you. Yeah, and that's mainly the point, just to show off what you're doing, obviously, but also like get advice. There are a few people who are like learning to do something, and like there are people who are like for example, some people are trying to learn to code, and I'm a software engineer, so I can like give them resources on like what to learn. But even for me, like I'm trying to learn something called Solidity, which is like something related to blockchain and specifically coding on the Ethereum blockchain. And people have been pointing me in the right direction there too. So it's been really cool.
Mm-hmm. So we'll have more information on that. I'll put that in the notes.
Thank you.
So, but yeah, no, let's just get right into this. So what are you listening to? Like, what are your top, like recent favorites right now?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I recently been my newest artist who I'm like, oh, I think this guy's really good, is probably Dominic Fike. His music is it's very unique. It's like punk rocky, but he also like raps sometimes. So for me, it's very diverse. Am I talking about the playlist now, or is this just like a recent artist?
Yeah,
that I like?
just recent artists in general.
Yeah, like an artist, I really like Dominic Fike. And yeah, his music's just very unique. It's like a combination of poppy hip hop, which I very much vibe with.
Is this like a rock punk type rap thing?
Yeah, exactly. So it's got some interesting sounds. I highly recommend checking out his album.
What's the artist? I forgot. I don't know. There was an artist that was like punk and rap. I was trying to think of
punk and rap.
Yeah.
Denzel?
Denzel's good. No, his cover on Triple J was just insane.
Denzel's cover?
Yeah, he did a cover on of Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, I've not heard that. That sounds super sick.
Yeah, no, he did Rage Against the Machine. Bulls on Parade. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, Denzel's one of my favorite rappers, like right now.
Huh? So, yeah, Denzel fans.
Shout out to the Denzel fans. But yeah, I think Dominic Fike has a really interesting sound. He actually did this cover of Kiss of Venus by Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney's doing like a whole album of his own songs performed by like up and coming artists, and he did a song called Kiss of Venus, which I like love. So I would recommend checking that out. That almost made it to my mixtape, but
I mean, you could still add it. If you have 5 songs, just keep adding it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I could. It didn't even. It was close to being my 8th, but it's very close. It's a very good song. I would check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check that out because I've never really heard of. Oh, he's in Florida. He's from Florida too. So you just vibe with Florida musicians. You got Denzel down there, Dominic Fike.
Yeah, so apart from him, let's see who else I've been listening to. Obviously, my favorite artist of all time, and maybe this is part of the playlist, but Zoo has his new album, Dreamland. I really loved it. Zoo is like a electronic sort of dance musician, sort of housey too, but in this album, he sort of branches out a little bit. Like there's still his unique sound, which is like a little bit like it's very heavy house music, but also sort of trap inspired, and like he has some the Weeknd vocals in there, and yeah, it's awesome. Like he has a song called Sweet Like Honey, which honestly, he sounds like The Weeknd in that song. And like The Weeknd is my second favorite artist. So
The Weeknd has a nice voice.
Very nice voice. Best voice in my opinion of this generation. I would highly recommend Dreamland 2021. Some great. So like Sweet Like Honey, How Does It Feel? Sky is Crying. Some really, really interesting sounds there. And also if you're trying to party, like it works for you too. So there's like a bit of spectrum of everything.
You're introducing a lot of these artists that I've actually never heard of. So that's good. This is good. I get to expand like my genre and just artists. Cause sometimes we get stuck in like a loop of listening to the same artist, right? I'm in
like
that, right?
Ones like the features they end up being like quite similar. No, I totally get that.
So yeah, just a lot of the same artists. So I think everybody experiences that. So like, how do you like expand and try and get different sounds or different artists in your rotation, in like your listening rotation?
Let's see. I normally obviously things like I can't even say Discover Week because I actually don't like listening to my Discover Weekly sometimes. Sometimes they give me some really random artists. There are certain playlists which I really like. So one that I found recently was called Golden Hour on Spotify. And that was like, I was listening to it because I was looking for more like a disco funky vibe, and it was awesome. So I just like picked some artists from there. In terms of, I mean, my friend Nikita is normally the producer I work with because I'm the vocalist and the singer-songwriter. And he gives me loads of recommendations. And I tend to check out like a variety of music within house and hip hop. So just exploring the space there.
Golden hour. That's a great time. Great time of day. Perfect for photos and a good Spotify playlist too.
Yeah, very good Spotify playlist.
Yeah, no, I totally resonate with you on the Discover Weekly. I don't think I've touched that in years. I've had Spotify for a couple years now. Have not touched that in like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, some people find like good music from there, like but I actually don't find it that useful for my tastes. But
yeah, sometimes it's just too similar to like stuff you already like.
Yeah,
but sometimes you just want that super weird, like just underground, has like 3,000 listeners. Sometimes that's what you want.
Yeah, exactly. Release radar for me is actually pretty good because then I will listen to someone, an artist I already like, but then they'll feature someone completely new, and I'll be like, oh my god, who's this? And I'll click on their profile and I'll find out about that artist. So,
oh yeah, no. Now that you mentioned that, who is like an artist that you just like recently that you were just, or within like the last couple of years where you're just like, you just stopped like in the middle of it. You had to look at your phone. You wrote it down because you just really love their sound. Is there like any artist that you just had to stop everything and just listen to more of them?
Let's see. Probably, let's see. I'd say two artists probably come to mind. It would be Yuna. And let's see. Yeah, Yuna and Sophie. I definitely stopped rest in peace, Sophie. I definitely remember listening to Nothing More to Say by Sophie, which is her, one of her sort of how she got famous. And I was like, oh my God, this song is a banger. And yeah, I just kept listening to her. And Yuna just has an incredible voice.
Wow. Again, never heard these. So I have a lot of homework to do. I'm very excited. So what kind of sounds, like genres were they? Are they like...
They're quite different. Sophie is kind of... I just was educated recently. So yeah, my friend Akita said that he is kind of... she is hyperpop. Which... I didn't even understand what that was. But Yuna is more R&B. But she also features on like Zoo's new album, Sky is Crying. She did like a collaboration with Usher, which is utterly beautiful. Highly recommend that. I don't remember the name exactly of the song. But yeah.
That's cool. So they have like these lesser known artists going with like these powerhouses.
Yeah, I'd say Yuna's pretty well known now, kind of. Like she's done a few really big collaborations.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I haven't heard of her, so I will have to.
She's definitely not like mainstream, but
not like Drake or anything.
She's not Drake. But like she's done some big collabs, and her sound is really, really nice.
That's kind of cool. I love that. I really love how like the artists, like the veterans in the industry, are like, "Hey, let's rise up with all of these younger artists." So
yeah,
I love that.
Like Yuna has a song with Usher called "Crush," which I just mentioned, but yeah, I mean, I would, if anyone out there is trying to compile, let's just say, a slower playlist for specific activities, then I would definitely include that song in there. It's very nice.
Okay. I like that. I like it. Some other questions. Let's keep this going. So some listening habits when you were young. Did you have like your friends or family influence your sound or style today?
For what I listen to?
To like what you listen to the songs that you're making.
Yeah, so I'd say listening wise, I don't even know what I started off listening to. I think the first song I ever listened to was like Black Eyed Peas or something, because I saw it off a YouTube video. But then I started getting really big into old school hip hop when I was about 14, because my friends just all loved it. And that's where, I listened to, and this is one of the songs on my playlist is Nas, who is my favorite rapper. And yeah, Illmatic was incredible, which is his sort of the album that he is most associated with. So sort of game changing in that way. And yeah, some